Hi, Sambhav.
Hi, Bunny.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So we have Sambhav with us, who is the business growth partner at Konverz. Sambhav, we'll let you tell us a little about the company, the product.
Absolutely, yeah. So the company was started in 2014. So we have a product called Konverz, which is backed by Cognos Consulting, right? So Cognos Consulting is basically into the HR consulting part, business consulting part, wherein we do a lot of work in leadership development, assessment part. But Konverz is a baby that we say. So it's a product. So in the product, what we have is it's the total hiring OS. So what it does is it does your screening as well as it takes the automated interviews for all the candidates. So the organizations, maybe the recruiters or maybe the hiring managers does not have to take the interview too.
Really?
Yeah, that will be taken care by Konverz, and we're giving you the behavior fitment percentage and job fitment percentages.
How does that work? This is like a breakthrough in the hiring space.
Absolutely. So, for example, I'll give you an example, right? So, for example, an organization is posting a job on LinkedIn maybe or Naukri.com, right? And they must be having a team of recruiters who must be calling them, who must be calling the candidates, reaching out to them and doing the initial fitment. Yeah. So that's all less eliminated now.
So let's take an example. Which is your most sort of popular role for which the tool is being used?
So it is being used in, I would say, early to mid-senior level, wherein sales is, yes, one of the most popular roles.
So let's take that as an example. And I got 500 CVs, okay?
Perfect.
And now what do I do with them?
You do nothing.
Okay.
Let Konverz do the work.
Okay.
So what will happen as soon as, the CVs are populated in Konverz platforms, so candidates will be going, so they'll be attempting a screening round. In the screening round, yes, we check the screening, but in the resume part, but resume is not just, matching the job description and the keywords in the resume, right? So we are the first organization who has also built a large language model on that. So what happens, our large language model runs on the resume. It understands what kind of certification you have done, if you have posted any certification on the resume. When did you do that? What kind of skills were required, right? And then mapping it to the job. Second, we are also assessing the LinkedIn profiles. Third, we also ask organizations to put in their own questions that they want to ask, right? So it can be graded questions, which can eliminate your junk candidates, which can eliminate your telephonic interview round.
Okay.
And fourth, your skill sets. So this is the screening part that we do.
Now, so far, the candidate has not come for an interview and only at question answer or reviewing basis we've screened out something.
So that is the screening part that is done. Now the relevant candidates will be moving to the AI interview round. So it will be the interview round with our AI bot.
Okay.
In which what we understand is their behavior fitment, is their domain fitment, and trust me, there are no right or wrong answers.
Right. And who decides the questions?
So questions are 10, standard questions that we have set from our, behavior science research that we have done since a decade now.
For a certain role. So you'll have
not a certain role. So the questions are standard, but the analysis is totally different. So for example, for a sales role, the dominant metrics might be extroversion skills, might be communication skills, conversation skills. And for a data scientist role, it might be analytical thinking, logical thinking.
Right.
So system understands what is the context the candidate is speaking about, what he's speaking to the AI bot, and then benchmarking his conversation to the, job he has applied for.
Okay.
And that's how you're getting the job fitment percentage.
Right. Just before we move on, when you say job fitment, say compare kare to be able to see the match part, as a business owner, what have I given in the job role description from which you're able to take that data?
So we have an intellectual property also that works on the nature of work and level of work. So nature of work, for example, what we do is whenever we are onboarding any client, right, we take their line of businesses and functions and we map them to our intellectual property. And that's how system starts understanding what kind of roles you are hiring for. One thing. Second, during adding a job in the platform, we also ask for the job description. So one is we are benchmarking with the industry standards. Second, we are also looking at the skills that are required within your organization. And hence, again, assessing the candidates on your skill as well as the industry standard and giving the job fitment person.
Understood. So now let's say they've all given this, what is it like a video interview?
So this is a video audio interview that the candidate will be giving, totally proctored. And the reports are also a very extensive report in which you understand what is the personality of the candidate, what is the cognitive ability.
So let's say this interview happened for 200 people.
Right.
And now what happens next?
So the next part is you'll get a list of the candidates, but in the descending order, from the most fit to the least fit. Now your recruiters does not have to maybe call 200 odd candidates, but call like
Jain, where were you till now?
So we were actually building this product. Now we are here in the market, and I would say we launched the version 2 in January and we have already closed around 20 plus clients and enterprise.
So sure. So are these large clients that you started with?
Yes. So these are the enterprise clients only that we have started with.
Why is that?
So because the
You need money to
attraction,
run the show.
money is one point, but then the use case for them is very good. Like because they're hiring around 70 to 80 people in a month.
Roles.
Yeah.
Okay. Just before we move on, what's the business model like and the pricing?
So pricing is totally dependent, like on the number of interviews that the organization is committing. But there are two sort of pricing. One, yes, if a candidate is screened and he's not going to the interview round, so there will be a nominal pricing. But if the candidate is also giving the interview, then there will be the separate pricing.
And then after that, giving the offers and ensuring that they join, that's also one part of the problem.
So with that, we can integrate with your HRMSs as well. So all the reports can be populated in your HRMS, and from there you can also onboard the client.
Understood. Right now you have 20 enterprise level clients,
Yeah.
right?
So 20 is mix of enterprise, growth and bit level clients.
But what's the starting price point with which, let's say, other founders who are listening can probably offer support?
So the starting price point for maybe the interview, like the full interview that we take is around 2,500 per interview. But then if we do just the screening part, like, it's around 350 rupees. So maybe if you have 200 odd candidates, right, and only 10 are screened, only 10 are moving to the interview round. So it will be just 2,500 into 10 and not like the full amount.
Right. And once this interview has happened, and let's say from this you gave us that descending order list of possible candidates, usually what are these 20 clients doing? Are they going ahead and then taking one interview on their
Yes. So what we say, we are not eliminating the human, I would say, intelligence. We are enabling them.
Yeah.
Right. So we're giving you the, I would say, knowledge why this particular candidate is fit for your organization. Now, yes, take the last round of interview.
So then now people are taking only those top 5 or single digit.
And what we've noticed is like the clients are now hiring from the, like, even from the top 5 candidates. So they are not even going to the 6-7 candidate.
Now, mostly
that's the
from
kind
top
of
5, they're closing it.
Yeah, and that's the kind of time we are saving for any organization as well.
Understood. And any role in the salary benchmarking or negotiations?
So that is not with us. Salary benchmarking negotiation is not with us.
So basically job description में जो आया था कि ये range हमें चाहिए and candidates ने जो डाला था, you just matching it.
Filtration can be done from the screening questions. So organization, like I told you, can put in their own questions on the basis of which they want to screen the candidates. So that can be done.
Right. And you mentioned there's a parent company. Is that also based in India or is it?
Yeah, it's also based in India.
Okay.
So we are doing a lot of work in HR consulting there, as well as the business consulting.
Right.
So to name a few, we are doing a lot of work with Mahindras. We are doing a lot of work with Petronas. So Petronas is a leading oil and gas organization in Malaysia.
Right. And with this company, with Konverz, so what's the kind of revenue we are clocking?
So currently we are clocking around, I would say we started in January only, the sales part. So we have closed around 5 odd CR of the business right now.
And what is the plan looking like?
So we have a good plan right now.
On Excel, it all looks good.
Yeah, so it's promising. The plan is promising. So we want to touch around 90 CR this year. That's what we are targeting.
And mostly coming from enterprise level clients, or
it will be the mix.
It will be a mix.
Yes.
So you have that. So I get it that there might be a lot of customization for your enterprise level clients, but you have the retail product sort of ready now. So calling it
it's
retail.
It's a plug-and-play product only.
Okay.
So there's a very minimal customization that any enterprise also requires.
Okay.
Because the product is made like that one. So it's a plug-and-play.
So even people or businesses who have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 roles open can go ahead and use the product online. Interesting. Okay. Do you have other competitors who are doing this in India?
Yeah, we do have.
So what are doing?
So to name a few, Highview is one. So Highview is one of the.
How big are they?
So they are very big right now. So they have clocked around $1 million of, I would say revenue part.
So 1 million, you're already almost there.
Yeah, we are almost there, but they are doing it monthly wise.
Okay. We should have got that first. Okay, understood. Yeah. And that's the direction you guys have taken.
Yeah.
Right? Are you funded right now?
So we are
from the parent company.
We are bootstrapped right
You're bootstrapped. Right? Yeah. Any plans to get funded, or you think your sales will make
it? But then yes, some plans are there to get funded as well.
How big is the team?
So team currently we have around, in Konverz itself, we have around 15, 16 odd people right now.
Mostly tech?
Mostly tech.
And sales, I don't think you need a sales team for the kind of work you're doing.
Yeah, but then yes, we have 3 odd people in sales as well.
Understood. And everyone is based out of Gurgaon.
Everyone is based out.
Interesting. What markets do you think you might be wanting to enter?
Yeah, manufacturing is a very interesting market. So we thought like manufacturing won't be good for us, but then most of the clients are from manufacturing right now, to be precise. So manufacturing, BFSI is good. So BFSI is something that we're also looking into to tap, and then retail.
And junior, mid, senior, all roles ke liye, you think it's relevant?
Absolutely.
Interesting. Any international players who are doing something similar or have already grown big?
So Highway is again one of the international only. So they are again based out of India, but they're doing a lot of work in different geographies of the world. And then there is Bar Razor one. They're also doing amazing.
Right. But this would be this would not use any this would not be relevant for the blue collar workforce, right?
Right. So it's mostly for the white collar.
Mostly for white collars. Anything else that you might want to share to the viewers?
Try, I would say, Konverz.ai in your organization, see the output that we are giving. So that's what I would like to say. But then, yeah.
Great. I think lovely talking to you. Thank you so much for enlightening us with a new HR revolution that's happening. And I really hope you guys do very well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.